Hey everybody, what's going on? We are back in the bush and it's actually another midweek adventure. It's a Wednesday. We got Lola here. I actually have a brand new battery sitting on the porch here that I just bought for it. It's a nice die-hard battery I got through my local CarQuest. So sweet Cindy and I are over here checking things out. I gotta go down. I want to go over there and have a look at that. I got to go down to the brook here and see how thick the ice is, for one. But this is pretty neat that there's some tracks here all around on the ground here. And I don't know what these tracks are. If this was a weasel, you can see them all going down through here, down that way. He come and went in circles, but this is what gets me. The track comes here and stops right there. Well, where'd it go? See what I mean? Unless it went over to those footprints, because it comes to here and then it stops.
I think it backtracked.
Come out here, but I'll take a walk down and see what you guys think. It's kind of funny here to see all this. And he's definitely a brook dweller. So it's almost got to be a mink or a marten. All these tracks going. And he come right over here. There's all kinds of them going right here. And it goes right into the brook. They look like ducks.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's muskrat. Muskrat is here.
They look like a duck. Yeah, but maybe they are just a duck. Are these not duck footprints? Maybe it's just a freaking duck. Well, think about it. Does that make sense? Those tracks start because he landed there. I bet you it's a duck. Isn't that funny? Would a duck walk around in the snow? And probably, and that's how. All around here, all up here. Like, see all these tracks? That was a duck.
But his ass was hit.
It was a duck. Because you can see it plain as day in the water. The ice, you can see the mark of the footprint. It looks to me like a freaking duck. Well, I think could be mystery solved. He's thinking of muskrat, and I honestly think it was a duck down here walking around. Or a goose, maybe a goose. Duck or a goose. See the way that track just starts there? Well, maybe that's where he landed. Boom. And then started walking. Right? That's what it kind of looks like up there. So I'm going to go look at it right close here and show you guys. This is a duck. She's silly. She's silly. That was a two-legged creature. See these? With these footprints. Yeah. Two-legged creature. He only had two legs. I think. The way he walked. That's a duck. And he was all around here. Going in the water here, probably. That's pretty silly. Isn't that wild? Wow.
Well, that was me. I thought it was
No, you look at that looks like a duck. Think of a duck foot, web foot with the three toes, right? Yeah, I think it's honestly a duck. What the fuck? I think it's a duck. I'll put a beep.
And he did go around over there, didn't he?
That little fella's on a mission. He's walking all around here everywhere, and I'm not sure why. But maybe getting seed or looking for seed on the front lawn up there, but that's kind of crazy. But apparently it was a duck. So
Yeah.
I have to go down and see how much ice is over here also, because I got to get my buckets and get some ice or get some water in a bit. So I'm going to get down here, and I'm going to need my hands, so I'm going to have to turn this off for a minute. We're going to see how I make out here.
Hi, guys.
Well, that was pretty cool. Like I say, figured out the mystery of what that was. That was definitely a duck, I'm sure it was, running around out front here. So
I had no idea.
she had no idea. Once I seen the footprints, you guys will see from the video, maybe I'll blow one of the pictures up or something, even just to analyze it. Brook wasn't too bad, 3 inches ice down there. Chopped through with the axe pretty quick. Got all our water in. Having a cookie here, tasty little fella. Not a lot of birds around today. It's kind of weird. Again, it's a Wednesday. It's kind of midweek, but it's beautiful out right now. It's still plus 4 degrees. So that's what, 38 or 40 degrees, 36 degrees, isn't it? Fahrenheit, I believe. What, 4?
And it's 4 p.m. So, I mean,
Yep.
that's really warm for this
Yep.
time of year.
Friday, they're calling for 8 degrees, I believe, here, plus 8, where last Friday was minus 29.
It's rain.
Yep.
And
Yep.
ice pellets.
We actually set a record last week in the local city, St. John, for minus 47 wind chill. I'm not sure what year they broke the record on, but it was absolutely
85.
crazy, 1985. And that was back last Friday, minus 47. This Friday's going to be 8. So weather's kind of up and down like just crazy. Been quite a year. Had a pretty good week at home, got a bunch of stuff done, and worked through the weekend actually. Actually worked on a Saturday because we didn't get here in the weekend because it was so stupidly cold. So I went out, worked in my garage, put the propane heat on, and that warmed it right up. Got some small engine stuff done. Tried to go ice fishing yesterday for a couple of hours.
Go.
We went ice fishing.
I went for the first time.
Yeah, she
Didn't
went ice
catch
fishing.
anything.
Took her out smelt fishing. I've got one of those portable pop-up shacks, and it wasn't a good experience right from the start. I hadn't had it on the ice in 2 years. It's a
He
10.
didn't have a good experience. I did.
She had a great experience. It was still good overall, but when I started out, I got my shack kind of inside out when I was trying. It's one of the ones that they fold right up, and it goes in a bag about the size of a bag of golf clubs. But you put it on the ice, flip it over, and you pop out each side, and there's fiberglass rods in each panel. Well, one of them, it was bound up a bit, and I pulled too hard, so I broke one of the fiberglass rods in it. This thing was almost 10 years old. We fished over 2 hours, never caught nothing. A couple bites when they first started, and it was at high tide. Everything else, it's a little local fishing community. A few people put shacks out in that, and we were there. And the amount of time we got there, just before we left, people were starting to bail and leave. So we knew there wasn't much fishing going on. So we, but it was a good experience to get out. Propane, I got a little kerosene heater. It wasn't working right, but I figured out later what I did. I screwed up on that, so wasn't getting any air to that. I sat on a pile of snow. It takes air intake underneath right up the center, so you can't sit down on snow. So I figured that one out later on. Not going to have a big 2 or 3 days planned here, but it's only Wednesday. We're probably going to stay till Saturday morning, maybe. Do 3 nights here this week, so kind of bring you guys along for the journey and all that. Nice to have you all back. Hope your heat wave isn't too bad down in Australia there, Kez. Hope you're staying hydrated and all that. And just brutal weather down there on the other side of the planet down in Australia. Kez was saying tropical cyclones or tornadoes or something going through there now. God, take care of yourself, please. And hard to believe with the weather on this side of the planet. It's just, we're not getting the bad storms, but the fluctuations of temperature this year are crazy. There's still not a lot of frost in the ground either, because we got a bit of snow down before we got this brutally cold weather. So there's not even going to be real deep frost in the ground this year. So it's going to be one of those years. It should make an early spring too. Hopefully everything will thaw out faster, because we don't have a whole lot of snow down. And again, the frost isn't very deep, so it's going to make for a messy road here soon, but going to be using the side-by-side for a while. I'm going to kick back this evening. We're not going to make anything glamorous for supper. We got a big ham steak. Bought a big picnic shoulder. Cut a big slab off of that. We're just going to cook up a big ham steak, and what do you want on the side? Potatoes or something?
No, I think we should do beans and potato salad.
Beans, potato salad, and a ham steak.
Good
There you
stuff.
go. Maybe we'll show you guys once we get her all going or on the plate or whatever. But again, nice to have you all back. And if you like the content, the old guy and his woman here hanging out in the woods. Hit the button on the bottom. Love to have you along. The numbers are still ticking up every day, so it's wonderful to see this grow. Everybody included. I will report back in a little while, maybe once we get supper going and something. 4 o'clock, the sun's just coming down the horizon here, so it's going to be a beautiful evening. It's been a beautiful day so far. We'll talk to you in a while. Well, there you go. Dinner is all served and on the plate here. Just a bit of beans on the side, some baked beans with a slab of ham and a couple slices of bread and a bit of potato salad. So we're going to sit down and enjoy our dinner, and then I'll chat with you guys in a while. Well, there you go, everybody. Breakfast is ready and on the plate. We're going to sit down here and enjoy it now. Going to be pretty tasty. Sausages with those hash browns on the side and then some scrambled eggs, actually. Crashed where? What?
Sue's bus driver, she was having a hard time. So instead of just taking her on himself, he drove into a daycare, kindergarten. Killed like 4 little kids, and there's like a bunch in the hospital that make it. One thing to go out to deep end is make yourself, not somebody else, right? Especially for makes you smile.
Well, there you go. We had our breakfast. It was very, very tasty. Those things are some filling, those hash browns. I forget who it was, but one of the comment on one of the videos a while back had mentioned about having them at Costco and picked some up a while back, and I've had them here for quite a while, and they're really, really good. I don't know that you can buy them anywhere but Costco, something like that. But it's warming up outside. It's -6 right now, and it's going to go up to -3, I think, today. It's still 22 in here, so it's pretty comfortable. I'm going to cut this video off, I think, now. Got a bunch of stuff I'm going to do today, but I'm going to make it in another video. It'll be the next video you guys see. I got to put a new battery in the side-by-side. The winch stopped working last week right when I went to take the plow off. It won't go out. It'll come in, it won't go out. I think it's the wiring in the winch switch, so I'm going to check that here in a bit too, and I might even video some of that, doing some of that so I can diagnose it. Been great to have you guys along as usual. And so anyways, yeah, the side-by-side, I'm going to try to get that done. This door, the back door here, I've got to shim it tighter. There's an air gap coming in around that when it's cold, and you can actually feel it coming right under the couch here. What it is, I think it's basically the wood stove pulling in its own cold air intake, but it's coming through that door, so every time Cindy sits here, her feet get cold at the couch. So I'm going to try to do that maybe later on today too, see how we can shim that in a little bit tighter, adjust the door just a bit. And anyways, I guess that's it for now, and I will talk to you guys very soon. So if nothing else, just try to, live simply and remain grateful. You have a good day.